Welcome to episode 3 of our ongoing TD the Bully story. And my question is trying to buy a client's silence the proper thing to do after the TD Bank admits it made mistakes? In this episode I'm going to actually do a bit of reading from letters sent to me by either the TD Bank or the TD Ombudsman's office or the Banking Ombudsman's office. I'll start off with a letter received from them stating, "That being said, in recognition of your experience, I have asked TD Canada Trust to offer you a goodwill gesture of $50 for the misinformation regarding the date the bank was made aware of the garnishment, and $50 for the holds that were placed on your wife's personal accounts. Please have some assurance that your concerns have been fully investigated and taken seriously by the bank and by this office. Please note that you entered into an agreement with our office with the understanding that the response you receive from our office is confidential and not intended for broader use, circulation, or publication." Now, why would the TD Bank need to do this if they've done nothing wrong? The first of the settlement and release forms that TD wanted me to sign so that I'd not open my mouth to tell the world about the wrongs that the TD had committed. They wanted me to give away my rights and I may have had for a miserable $100 settlement. The next offer was exactly the same, but this time it was for $500. Is this what legitimate organizations do to shut clients up when they make serious errors and do not want the population at large to know about the errors they make? Needless to say, I never signed any of these release forms. The fact that TD was offering anything at all and acknowledged that mistakes were made is blatant enough proof that TD did something wrong, which shows a clear admission of guilt. And because of TD's mistakes that were made, they were the ones to blame for many of the problems they caused to me and my companies. In the TD Bank Group confirmation of settlement and release, they stated, and again I quote and reading, that I've settled this matter with TD for $100, which TD has undertaken to pay me on my completion of this release, and which I acknowledge is a fair and reasonable settlement amount. After discussion with the Office of the President for the TD Bank Group, TD Canada Trust would like to increase the original offer of $100 to a goodwill gesture of $500. If you wish to accept the $500 offer, please sign the attached release and return the original signed copy to the office. Upon receipt of the signed original copy, I will arrange to have a draft sent to your attention." There were two such letters, many months apart, one for the $100 and the second for $500. This confirmation of settlement and release is so one-sided and unreasonable that I'm actually going to read the entire content of what it states. I, the undersigned, confirm the following: that I have settled this matter with TD for $100, or in the other case was $500, which TD has undertaken to pay me on my completion of this release, and which I acknowledge is a fair and reasonable settlement amount where the account is not my personal account. I confirm I have the authority to bind and do bind the account holder. I confirm that TD has not and does not admit any fault on its part or any liability in making this settlement, and has paid me this amount as a goodwill gesture. I have accepted this settlement and signed this release voluntarily, knowing that it ends this matter forever. Point 3. That as part of the settlement, I completely and forever release TD, in brackets, including its parent, affiliates, officers, directors, and employees, all of which are included by reference to TD, close the brackets, for all liability whatsoever relating to the following: concerns regarding a garnishment taken from my small business banking account as detailed in my letter dated February 2011 to the TD Ombudsman. Point 4. That I will not bring any further complaint or proceeding whatsoever against any person or entity which may result in a claim against TD about this matter. The only right I retain is to bring a regulatory complaint about this matter if that is applicable. Point 5. That I confirm that this settlement is confidential, and that I and all persons acting for me will keep it confidential except for communication to regulatory authorities where applicable and as required by law. Point 6. That this document is an enforceable legal contract between the account holder and TD. I and all persons claiming through me are bound by its terms. I confirm that I have satisfied myself as to the tax implication of this settlement. I confirm my acceptance of the terms of this contract by signing below. For $100 or $500, I'm sure there were major tax implications, but be that as it may. Is this how a so-called reputable corporate citizen should behave? I believe it's despicable. If you want to look any further at wrongs done by the TD, please go to our website and you will see a comment that out of 99 reviews of the TD Bank by Credit Karma, only 9% of them were somewhat positive. In another link, out of 450 reviews of the TD Bank by My Bank Tracker, only 11% of them were positive. Why is it that so many customers feel that uncomfortable with the TD Bank? Once again, please don't forget to go to our Twitter page and our Facebook page by just searching for TD the Bully, and post whatever you feel you need to get off your chest regarding the TD Bank, but please do not post any unrelated matters. Please like us, share us, repost us, or retweet us. Our tdthebully.com website will also highlight everything I've spoken about today, with examples, links, and documents. If you want to see what was discussed in this episode 3, please go to page 3 of the website. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in episode 4.